Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Tuesday, the second day of May 2023. I hope you're all safe and healthy on this second day of May, and that your family is safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders who every day are out here saving lives, and those that pick up garbage for us to keep streets and sidewalks and places clean and disease-free, as well as those that make deliveries of important things like food and water and mail for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue and deliver and recover the children and the teenagers that are victims of abuse and child molestation. Just yesterday, the Health and Human Services Secretary, or should I say a worker in the Health and Human Services Division of the federal government, blew the whistle and talked about 85,000 children, migrants from places like Central America, and that they were being sexually abused, exploited, trafficked, and of course worked in factories as slaves. This was yesterday. And that 85,000 children are satisfying a demand of which perverts, including apparently the federal government, is satisfying the supply. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Curses upon those that partake in these things. Curses upon those that profit from these things. And double curses also upon the perverts that create the demand, of which other perverts create the supply. Finally, blessings upon the homeless. There are nearly 600,000 men, women, and mostly children homeless in the United States, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. There's a basketball game scheduled tonight. The New York Knicks are to take on tonight the second game of a 7-game series against the Miami Heat and in Madison Square Garden. Now, I'm never one to try to put extra pressure on the Knicks because Lord knows between the media and you Knicks nations, they put enough pressure on them. But I have to say, this is a must-win situation. This is a must-win situation. They cannot go down 2-0 going back to Miami, so they need to win tonight. I'm expecting both, and I know that Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle are on the injured list, or they're listed as day-to-day. But, you know, sometimes teams play games with each other. What they do, they play games with each other, like you saw Jimmy Butler walking the streets of New York with his bum ankle, okay? They play games with each other to psych each other out, so that makes it more difficult to game plan because you don't know who's playing, right? But Jalen Brunson is tough, and Julius Randle is tough. I expect them both to be in the game tonight. I expect them both to be in the game. I expect them both to play at a high level today. Okay. As far as Jimmy Butler, he probably should not play, but he's going to play. And many of you were whining about how at the end of the game, you know, the Knicks didn't attack Jimmy Butler immediately because of his bum ankle, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you something. If he shows up on that court tonight, I don't care if he's walking the streets with ice cream or what, they're going to attack him. Okay, both sides of the basketball. They're going to attack him on the offensive end of the ball, and they're going to leave him on the defensive end of the ball outside, let him shoot. So, and you could always tell, because if you notice what happened when he hurt his ankle, he immediately drifted to the three-point line and sat there. You know, he wasn't really trying to get involved because he was hurt. So if he plays tonight, cool. Okay. The weak lines are the weak deer are the ones that the lions eat. So let's come on out and let's play. All right. So that's why I say if you step foot on the court in the NBA, you're considered healthy and ready to play, regardless of who you are. Right. So let's see him come out here and ready to play. The Miami Heat actually need him to play because if they don't have Jimmy Butler, this is the win for the Knicks. Okay. So in spite of Tony Brothers and PJ Ford, whatever the heck his name is, I've been watching him for a while. We saw him here in Orlando, him and Tony Brothers. I don't know. They must have money on whatever team the Knicks play because they consistently, not just in this series, consistently ref terribly against the Knicks. Okay, consistently. This is not 1 or 2 games. Been doing this a minute. So even with that, The Knicks tonight need a better Jalen Brunson. He is, again, he's the head of the snake. I expect him to come back strong. I expect them all to have looked at film. I'm expecting them to come out with a strategy against the Miami Heat. Now we have to treat Gabe Vincent more than just a Nick killer in terms of he don't play that well. Otherwise, he's single digit score or whatever. You got to treat him like he's Stephen Curry, and you got to play him tough, okay? Got to play Gabe Vincent tough. We always got to play Jimmy Butler tough. Kyle Lowry with his old behind coming off the bench. We got to lock in on all of them dudes. Kevin Love will act like he still want to play. Okay, 16 minutes a game, 20 minutes a game. We need to bust him in his behind. So the Knicks need to be ready top to bottom. If Brunson and Randall play, we got our full bench with Hart and IQ and Obi coming off it along with Isaiah Hartenstein. And then, of course, Broadway Barrett is still in the house. He scored 26 last game. He's still going to be tight. Some of y'all wanted to point out, what is wrong with some of y'all? Oh, he was 3 of 12 in the second half. Okay, so anyway, Broadway Barrett is here. He's going to show up. Okay, Mitch Rob is still going to be Mitch Rob. And of course, I'm hoping that Quentin Grimes, I don't see him on the injury report, so I'm hoping he starts today at the 2-guard spot. You put him out there next to Jalen Brunson. I'm not saying Josh Hart doesn't do the job. Of course he does. But he's not a starter level guy. He really is an excellent, high level bench piece. And he should be coming off the bench with Mobb Deep. I want Quentin Grimes to get the start. I want him on Jimmy Butler or whoever they put him on because he's blanket. And then I need him to get some shots today. He's going to get a lot of open looks. Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle need to use him. Now, Julius Randle does it. Julius Randle has been trying to use Quentin the same way he used Reggie Bullock when Reggie Bullock was here. And so I see that, and he's trying to encourage Quentin to shoot the basketball. Not only did we see that, I see that on the games, but when we was in Orlando, he was basically yelling at Quentin Grimes before he started jumping in IQ's face to shoot the ball. So I want Quentin Grimes to get at least 10, 12, 15 would be good shots today. And Brunson has to look out for him too and pick his spots. Get this boy going. They're going to continue to play what they did Sunday against Brunson. They let him come into the lane and triple teamed him when he got there. That's why it's going to be very important that he sees Quentin, that he sees RJ, that he sees Julius and get them the rock. Don't try to force it. Tibbs is always saying, the game tells you what to do. If you're double teamed, somebody is open past the basketball. That applies to Brunson as well. So hopefully this is the game plan today. We need to continue as they did Sunday to pound the boards and out-rebound Miami. We need to keep our turnovers low. I do not expect Brunson to have five turnovers today. I do not expect that. Randall can get turnovers. I mean, he doesn't. The last time he played against Miami when he won the game with the three-point shot, the play before that was a turnover that caused Miami to get the lead. Okay, and so he does turnovers at the most inopportune times. So we need him to keep his turnovers to a minimum, of course. But Julius game is just, that's what he does. So I'm hoping he could just keep it to 3 today. That would be great. And we need Brunson to really have 0 turnovers or 1 turnover, something like that. We need him to do that. We need that ball control. Okay, so with these things in mind, I mean, like I said, to me, the Knicks are just the better team. Okay, Sunday, they did not play the game of a better team. And Miami took advantage of that. Congratulations. But I want the Knicks to play the game. I don't need all 9. Do not expect all 9 guys to be firing on all cylinders. That'd be a blowout. Not like that, but that's not realistic. If you can get Brunson and Randall going, and then one of Quentin Grimes or RJ Barrett, and if the bench mob together, no matter who is doing the scoring, could come up with 32 points off the bench, we in good shape because that's Knicks basketball. Okay, so I'm looking for that today. Must-win game. I'm expecting to be focused. Tom Thibodeau knows how to get his team ready. They're going to be ready. So I'm thinking they're going to produce a better output today than they did Sunday. And so let's get this done. 7:30 tonight at MSG. They need this win. This is must win. Period. End of story. They have to win this game. So hopefully they do. And I'm going, like you, we're going to be watching at the TV, all excited, trying to stay in my seat without jumping all over the place. But Garden is going to go crazy tonight as we need them to. So let's see what happens. Y'all enjoy your Tuesday. Sure.